Welcome back to the Eden Therapist and to the Everyday Alchemy series. I'm Nicholas Colt, and today we are going to dive into a powerful concept: how to transform your negative thoughts into strength. This is mental alchemy, and just like alchemists of old used to turn base metals into gold, we can take the raw material of our negative thoughts and transmute them into something valuable. This process is one of the most practical applications of alchemical thinking in your everyday life. Now, before we get into how to shift those negative thoughts, let's start by understanding where they come from. Negative thoughts are a natural part of being human. We all experience them, whether it's anxiety about the future, regret about the past, or self-doubt about our abilities. But here's the thing. They don't have to control us. These thoughts are often like weeds in the garden of your mind. They pop up, sometimes without you even realizing it. They may be automatic, repeating the same negative script over and over. But just like weeds, we can pull them out, and we can replace them with something that nourishes us. I want you to think about your mind as a garden. You have the power to choose what you want to grow. Sure, the weeds may appear on their own, but it's your choice whether to keep them or replace them with something more beneficial. In alchemy, this is similar to the concept of transmutation, the process of turning something common into something precious. We take something negative, and with the right tools, we turn it into something that serves us. So let's dive into how we can shift negative thoughts into strength. The first step in mental alchemy is awareness. Just like an alchemist has to know what they're working with, we need to become aware of our negative thoughts before we can change them. This means paying attention to the thoughts that pop up throughout the day. Here's a simple exercise. Pause. Take a moment to reflect on your thoughts. What comes to mind when you're stressed, anxious, or feeling down? What are your automatic thoughts that arise when you face a challenge? They might sound something like, I'm not good enough. I'll never succeed. I always mess up. These thoughts are automatic and can feel overwhelming, but they don't define you. They are just thoughts, and in order to transform them, we first need to notice them. The second step is questioning those negative thoughts. This is where the magic really happens. When you catch yourself thinking something negative, ask yourself, is this true? For example, if you think I'm not good enough, ask yourself, what evidence do I have that supports this thought? What evidence contradicts it? Is this thought an exaggeration? What would I say to a friend who had this thought? Often, when we question our thoughts, we realize they are not as absolute as we initially thought. Our minds tend to make sweeping generalizations. I always fail, I'm worthless, but when we break them down, we see they are more nuanced than that. Reframing is about taking those negative thoughts and asking, how can I view this from a more balanced, positive, or constructive perspective? For instance, instead of thinking, I'm not good enough, you might reframe it to, I'm still learning and mistakes are part of the process. I have strengths that I can build on. This challenge is an opportunity for growth. This is where the alchemical process of transmutation happens. You take something toxic, like the belief that you're not good enough, and you turn it into something empowering, like realizing growth is a journey and failure is just a part of it. Now that we've become aware of and reframed those negative thoughts, we can use them as fuel for transformation. This is the final stage, empowerment. This is where you tap into the strength that lies within you. When you see a negative thought, don't just dismiss it, use it. Use it to fuel your personal growth. For example, if you're struggling with anxiety about an upcoming challenge, instead of letting it paralyze you, think about how you can channel that anxiety into preparation, action, or self-reflection. By using your awareness and reframing, you turn the energy of fear into action, the energy of self-doubt into self-improvement. You are literally transmuting negative energy into positive outcomes. You might be thinking, but this sounds too simple. And you are right. This process is simple, but just because it's simple doesn't mean it's easy. It takes practice and patience, but the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. Over time, you will develop a new habit of turning your negative thoughts into stepping stones toward your growth. So to recap, the next time you find yourself spiraling into negative thought patterns, remember the alchemical process. Awareness. Notice your negative thoughts. Question and reframe. Challenge those thoughts and see if they hold up. Empowerment. Use that energy to fuel positive action and growth. This process of mental alchemy is a tool you can use every day. The more you practice, the more you will transform your life from the inside out. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Everyday Alchemy, here on The Heathen Therapist. In the next episode, we will talk about the 3 elements in emotional healing. Until then, keep turning your light into gold, and remember, you have the power to shape your thoughts and your life.